For a nice introduction. There's a little bit of exaggeration as well, as you will understand it. But as devotees, they always see some good and then they magnify it. Okay, so we are actually going to talk about that today as well. And it's a very nice setup actually. I was sitting in the car and just having a look around. Very nice. How do I say? Atmosphere of the trees and everything. So it's very nice. But that takes actually us away from our regular setup where you have nothing to think but enjoy the nature and enjoy each other's company. And in between, you'll have to tolerate me. So, next maybe 30-40 minutes, I'll speak something, so tolerate me. And then after that, we have 5-10 minutes for question and answers as well. So ask me any easy questions, I'll answer them. Alright, so thanks to Kaushal and Prabhu and Jimmy Prabhu for inviting me here. Gives me the opportunity to also get away from Melbourne, my regular life. And also Srihari is having fun here as well. He's my son. So thanks to Jimmy Prabhu and Prabhuji for looking after him for all day yesterday and today as well. Alright, so you all know the topic of today's talk?
It was mentioned in your WhatsApp.
Yeah, okay. So Vaishnava etiquette, right? So today's topic is Vaishnava etiquette. Any ideas? What does it mean for you before you came to Bhakti Vishnu and after? Maybe your concept has changed. What does Vaishnava etiquette means? Any ideas what it means? Sorry? Do's and don'ts of Vaishnavas. Very good. Anything else?
There's 26 qualities of Vaishnava.
Oh wow. Very good. 26 qualities of Vaishnavas. Yes, very nice. So do you want to mention maybe one or two?
Acceptance, tolerance.
Oh yes.
Humility, meek.
Yep. Very nice, very nice. So these are the 26 qualities that are mentioned in Nectar of Devotion that one should develop. Okay, and when I studied that Nectar of Devotion, there were 26 qualities, right? And how many fortnights are there in a year? 26, right? So if we focus on one quality every fortnight, for example, Prabhuji mentioned being tolerant, right? So if you focus on, let's say, that one quality for the next 15 days, be tolerant, okay, towards your wife, towards your husband, and help out each other and see the change. Okay, see the change. Next quality is being humble. So next fortnight you focus on that quality. If you do that for a year, you will cover those 26 qualities. Okay, and not only that, after a year of focusing on those 26 qualities, you will become completely different person. Okay. So that's the power of developing these qualities. However, for that, we have to have our Krishna consciousness, our bhakti switched on. Okay. We are in ISKCON, right? The ISKCON, if you think about that word, okay, is and then on. And then between is and on, there is KC, ISKCON. Okay, what is KC? Krishna consciousness, right? So you always have to ask, is your Krishna consciousness on? Okay. If it's on, you'll be protected. If it's off, you'll be off the fence. Okay. Off the fence of what? That protection, and we end up committing some offenses. We end up committing some offenses against devotees, against other people as well. And this is why the Vaishnava etiquette, how to behave around the Vaishnavas, especially in the setting like this, where you are coming together for a retreat. Okay. Why do we organize retreat? Why does anyone go to the retreat? To have fun. Yes. Yes. Retreat. Think about that word, right? You are retreating from what? Retreating means pulling back or going away, right? You are retreating from your regular mundane life, that 9 to 5 job. Okay. आजकल तो, by the way, anyone doesn't understand Hindi? Everyone does? Very good. Because I do tend to speak Hindi in between, okay? So that regular Monday, 9 to 5 job, और आजकल तो घर से भी काम चल रहा है. So there is no boundary between when your work finishes and when your private life starts. Okay? So the boundaries are very intermingled. Okay? We have no idea. हाँ थोड़ा टाइम मिला चलो मैं खोल के देख लेता हूँ वो ईमेल देख लेता हूँ क्या चल रहा है कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज आया होगा राइट ऑल ऑफ दैट सो वी आर रिट्रेटिंग फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ दैट यहाँ पे किसी के पास कंप्यूटर नहीं है किसी के पास टीवी नहीं है अनफॉर्चुनेटली फिर भी सबके पास मोबाइल है दैट्स द अनफॉर्चुनेट पार्ट ऑफ इट ओके सो वी आर रिट्रीटिंग फ्रॉम ऑल ऑफ दैट emptying our mind and coming together to associate with devotees okay to associate with devotees. Now this Vaishnava etiquette, इसके ऊपर एक पूरा बुक लिखा गया है ठीक है. There is a Vaishnava etiquette manual. Okay, Vaishnava etiquette manual. Now in that book there is a wide range of topics that are covered, starting from how to put tilak, how to wear dhoti, to how to pay obeisances, okay, to how to honor prasad. मतलब प्रसाद कैसे खाना चाहिए वो भी वहाँ पे that is also an etiquette. मैं एक लेक्चर में सुन रहा था. They said that generally, if it's nice prasad, we enjoy that, right? Lekin it is said that prasad should enjoy us. There's a shift of consciousness. Prasad should enjoy us. Meaning what? Meaning that while we're having prasad, we should be in a really good mood, jolly mood. Our consciousness should be at that level that Krishna is not different than prasad. Okay? Recently I went to Jagannath Puri for Yatra. Jagannath Puri is known as Vipralamabhav, but there, okay, prasad, Jagannath ji is worshipped through prasad, offering bhoga, and then we enjoy that prasad. Okay, so Krishna is actually, prasad is not different than Krishna. So when we are having prasad, there should be lecture or kirtan going on. So much so when you are preparing bhoga, that is before you actually offer it to Krishna, that is bhoga. You should constantly be listening to kirtan or lecture. Some spiritual activity should be going on. And that is the way that prasad then will enjoy us. Okay? So, how to enjoy prasad, that is also given. How to do your sadhana, how to pay obeisances, that is also given in that Vaishnava etiquette. A lot of people, that especially new devotees or upcoming devotees, when they come into temple, होता क्या है? उनके एक हाथ में माला होती है, they are chanting, okay? And then when they offer obeisances, माला होती है, एक हाथ हम touch करते हैं, and then we pay the obeisances like that. If you read Nectar of Devotion, okay, it is said that that's not the way to pay obeisances. So these are all Vaishnava etiquettes that are given. Along with it, how to associate with devotees, that is also given. What should be our consciousness? And because we're actually spending 2 or 2.5 days with devotees and going forward, we already spent 18 months with each other and hopefully a few more years with each other. So I thought I'll focus mainly, because Vaishnava etiquette is a vast, it's a big book, and when I covered it in Bhakti Risha, it takes 3 or 4 months with a good pace. Okay, it takes 3 or 4 months to cover end to end. In 1 hour, you're going to get crash course. And within that crash course, I'm only going to focus on certain aspect of Vaishnava etiquette, that is how to spend time with devotees. Okay? The reason for that is, most of the times, issues, they come when we come close, when we spend more and more time with each other, we see faults within each other. Right? When we are a bit away, when we are a bit, जब distance maintained रहता है, that is when we don't see the faults. Right? But as we come closer, that is when we start to see the faults in each other. Because we're spending more time. We're understanding the other person's nature, behavior. And this fault finding mentality, it actually saps the joy in our bhakti. It actually destroys the joy, it destroys the enthusiasm in our bhakti. Okay, to start with one example, I'll give you what happens with our behavior. Usually what happens is, whatever action that we do, we see our intention behind it. हाँ मैंने ये किया लेकिन मेरा वो मतलब नहीं था, you know, my intention was good, but what do I do? That person misunderstood it. But when we see other people doing something, we see the action, we don't see the intention. When we do something, we see the intention, but when somebody else does something, we see the action. Even this means misunderstanding can happen between best of the friends. If we read Bhagavatam, there's a very nice story about Maharaj Chitraketu and Lord Shiva. Anyone knows Maharaj Chitraketu?
Yes.
No? Who said yes?
Oh.
Who's hiding there? Is that Krishna? Yeah?
Friend of Chitraketu.
Friend of Chitraketu. So, one time what happens is Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, they are sitting along with, you know, Lord Shiva's associate. They are discussing Bhagavatam. And Chitraketu Maharaj, please understand this, he is also a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Very powerful personality. And he is flying in his Viman. And then he says Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva and Chitraketu, they are really good friends. Huh? They are very good friends. And then in the mood of joking or in that jolly mood of friendship, Lord, you know, Chitraketu Maharaj, he says something to Lord Shiva. Okay? When two friends meet, what happens? याद करो अपने, you know, कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस के पहले के दिन आप एक दूसरे को किस तरह बुलाते थे, स्पेशली हम लुकिंग एट प्रभुजीज, नाम से बुलाते थे? नहीं, अबे साले क्या कर रहा है इधर आ, राइट? सो एक दो गाली आती थी, फिर हम बुलाते थे, राइट? एंड दैट फ्रेंड आल्सो डिडंट माइंड because there is that love component was there. Okay, there was that love, and because of that, called each other like that. So Chitraketu Maharaj obviously didn't use those words, but he was joking with Lord Shiva. Okay, but in that joking, what happened was Mother Parvati, she didn't appreciate what Chitraketu Maharaj has said to Lord Shiva, and then she cursed him. Okay, she cursed him. वो कर्ज इतना बड़ा था. She said to Chitraketu Maharaj that in your next life you will become a demon. Okay, next life he was the best of the devotee, and Mother Parvati, she cursed Chitraketu Maharaj that in the next life you will become a demon. Okay, तो इसमें से हमको सीखना क्या है? अभी इसमें वैष्णव एटिकेट कहाँ से आया है? Right? So the idea is whenever we are dealing with other devotees, okay, be aware of your surroundings, where you are. Okay, if you are joking with the other person, please understand who else is around that person. Okay, कहीं उनको बुरा ना लग जाए. Okay, अगर आप सोचोगे अगर मेरा और कृष्णानंद प्रभु का कुछ डीलिंग चल रहा है और मेरा जीवानंद प्रभु कुछ डीलिंग चल रहा है और हम दोनों में कुछ बोल, एक दूसरे को किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया और किसी तीसरे ने अगर वो देख लिया वो डील, वो सुनेगा यार ये क्या हो रहा है, हाउ दे आर स्पीकिंग लाइक दैट टू ईच अदर, राइट? अभी मेरा फ्रेंड था, एक यूनिवर्सिटी से फ्रेंड था, दिस इज गोइंग बैक लॉन्ग टाइम, और हम बहुत अच्छे फ्रेंड थे एक दूसरे के, और फिर सालों बाद and then I came into Krishna consciousness, and after years he also came into Krishna consciousness. I didn't know that he is into Krishna consciousness, and then one day I saw him, I said, अरे मुकेश तू क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे? And then he said, हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, बोला हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, बोला यार क्या हो गया तुझे? अगर मैंने किसी ने मुझे देख लिया होता कि मैंने उसको बोला अरे मुकेश तू क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे, तू, the third person would think अरे यार what kind of a person I am, right? ऐसे कैसे बोल रहा है, सीधा तू बोल दिया वो प्रभु जी को इसने. The thing is, that person doesn't know my relationship with this person, right? So knowingly or unknowingly, I have committed offense for that third person. So same thing happened in this example of Chitraketu Maharaj and Lord Shiva. Chitraketu Maharaj was only having joking relationship, and he was just joking around with Lord Shiva. Okay, but Mother Parvati, not knowing that relationship, took offense. And she cursed him to become a demon. Now, Chitraketu Maharaj, as I mentioned, he is also a very pure devotee. He was a very powerful personality, spiritually empowered. If he wanted, he could have cursed back or counter cursed Mother Parvati. But obviously, he also read Nectar of Devotion. As Prabhuji mentioned, he took a humble position. Okay, second quality. He took a humble position and he said that Mother Parvati, I accept your curse and I apologize for what I have said. Okay, so that is the benefit of reading Nectar of Devotion. So please do read it. And because of that, when he became a demon, he became Vritasura. Okay, he became Vritasura in his next life. But whenever a devotee curses, that curse is also a benediction. Because of that, that was his last life. And after he became a demon, in that demon body, he went back to God. Okay. So finding faults in others' behavior is very dangerous. Very dangerous, okay? Now this fault, okay, the word. What is the spelling of fault? Anyone knows? Yes?
F-U-A-L-T.
Very close. You got all the letters right there. Yes? Yes? You raise the hand. Yes.
F-A-L-T.
Very good. Yes. That is F-A-U-L-T. Fault. Okay? So there's a bit of a music going on in the background as well. I'm not used to it. And usually when some kathakars, they speak Bhagavatam, right? That is when the music also goes in the background. So I thought, Jivanand Prabhu might have arranged something. I felt for a moment like I'm a Bhagavad Kathakar. Thank you, Krishna. that gave me a lot of encouragement and inspiration. Right, so this word fault, remember this word. After this talk, if you remember this one word fault, okay, which is actually an acronym, then you'll be fine. Okay, so the F stands for focusing on the good. Okay, the word fault, F stands for focusing on the good. So Srila Prabhupada, he mentioned there are 5 types of people. Okay, there are 5 types of people in the world. The first one, they only see bad in others. Okay, first one is they only see bad in others. No matter what you do, they'll always see bad. So much so that they will see bad in Krishna as well. So hum to kis khet ki muli hai? Right? Because all of us, okay, you might have covered in your science of self-realization, okay, there are 4 faults in us, right? What are those? Anyone remembers?
I'll try.
Remember the word MISC, miscellaneous, okay? If you keep in this mind the word MISC, miscellaneous, you'll remember the 4 faults. Okay? Sorry? Those are not necessarily the 4 faults we're talking about. Those are the 6 Shadripus.
I think
What
it's
you're
the
talking about.
imperfections, is the
Correct,
the
yes.
propensity to cheat.
Correct. Yes, very nice.
Other to
Make mistake
make mistakes.
and under illusion.
Yes, illusion.
Okay? So these are the 4 faults. Remember the word MISC, okay? Acronym. No matter what, because we have these 4 faults, okay? Everyone is faulty. Everyone is faulty. So there are people who will only see the faults in others. There is a story, there is a personality, Ramchandra Puri, in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay? He used to feed prasad to devotees, but he will only see faults in others. So much so, he went into Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's room once and he saw there is a row of ants in his room. Okay? There is ants coming into his room. And then he said, how can he be a sannyasi? Because he is eating too much sweet, there is ants coming in his room. How can he be a sannyasi? चैतन्य महाप्रभु में अगर कोई फॉल्ट ढूंढ सकता है तो क्या ही बोलेंगे हमारे बारे में. There is one other example is that a very short story of Dronacharya, okay, the guru, martial arts guru of Kauravas and Pandavas. he asked Yudhishthira Maharaj and Duryodhana, okay, he gives them a task. So he says to Duryodhana, go and find a person who is a little bit superior to you. He says that to Duryodhana. And then he goes and says to Yudhishthira Maharaj, go and find a person who is a little bit inferior to you. Just one person. So Duryodhana goes around finding someone who is a little bit superior to him. Comes back empty-handed. बोलता है मेरे जैसा तो कोई है ही नहीं इस दुनिया में. हाँ? मेरे जैसा तो कोई है ही नहीं. And then Yudhishthira Maharaj comes. He also comes empty-handed. So Dronacharya asks, what happened, Yudhishthira? You didn't find anyone, lower than you? He said that I went around, and fortunately that day was Ekadashi day. But I did go around finding for someone, who was a little bit wrong in the kingdom. But I couldn't find anyone. But in the end, I saw one man who was taking the water out of the well. And then I thought, today is Ekadashi and this man is going to drink water. So he must be lower than me because I am fasting. But when I followed him, I saw that man actually took the water and he actually gave it to the cows. So I think मेरे जैसा वो बुरा इंसान कोई नहीं होगा जो कि ऐसे आदमी को जो एक गाय को पानी दे रहा है उसको मैंने सोचा कि वो मेरे से छोटा है. So I don't think there is anyone lower than me. Okay? So two people here, right? Duryodhana couldn't find anyone better than him, and Yudhishthira Maharaj couldn't find, anyone lower than him. So first one is 5 type of people. First type is always find bad in others. Srila Prabhupada then mentions that there is a second type of people who see good and bad. They see both, but they consciously ignore good and focus on bad. Okay, consciously ignore on good, but they focus on bad. Okay, one time there is a story. Okay, kids, listen to this very interesting story. Okay, there was a dog, and this dog was very mystical dog. Okay, he had a bag in his neck. In his neck, okay, there was a bag hanging, and he was going into coals. Okay, he was roaming around in coals and doing shopping. Okay, milk, whatever, avocados. You like chocolates? He was buying chocolates.
Dogs
Okay.
can't eat chocolate.
I know, but listen to the story. Very interesting. Good point. Dogs can't eat chocolate, but it's an interesting story. Listen. Okay. And then he went to the cash counter. Okay. He pulled out $50 note. He gave it to the cashier. And cashier was, and when all of this was happening, one man was watching. What is happening? What is this? Dog is buying in coals. Right? And they went to the counter, gave $50 note. The cashier thought, oh, this is just a dog. Okay. So he shortchanged him by $10. Okay. Didn't give back $10. Dog looked at it. And then he started barking, okay, and pulling on the trouser of this cashier. The cashier understood. Then cashier gave $10 back. So then dog, okay, took everything back, stood on the bus stop. Obviously dogs can't drive cars, if you know. Right? Stood on the bus stop and he waited for the right bus. Got on the bus. So this man was observing this. He was very surprised. What is happening? So he followed the dog. And then climbed. He also, got onto the bus, went to Oakleigh South. That was his stop. Got down there. And then this man also got down. So not only he did the shopping, got onto the right bus, got down at the right stop of Oakleigh South from Coles, and went to his house. Now, when he went to the house, he started knocking on the door, scratching on the windows to wake up his owner. And then the owner came out, very angry. He saw the dog. And then as soon as he saw the dog, he took out the stick and started beating the dog. Black and blue. Okay? Then this man who was observing this phenomena, he said, what happened? You got this amazing dog. He did all the shopping for you, got the right change, got on the bus, got down onto the right stop, did everything right. So why you beating him? The owner says, this is the second time in the week he forgot to take the keys and, woke me up from my sleep. So no matter what, okay, no matter how good, forget about good, how amazing you behave, act or do some things for others, there will be people, they will always find the faults. Okay? So they will ignore all the good and focus on bad and magnify that. छोटा बहुत कुछ तो थोड़ा बहुत गलती किया होगा. Retreat को आए, right? Arrangement is first class. यहाँ पे इतना अच्छा क्या बोलते हैं atmosphere है, weather है, park है, activities are there. प्रसाद कुक करके रखा है. लेकिन कई बार होता है थोड़ा नमक कम गिर गया ना प्रसाद में. नमक और थोड़ा होता तो अच्छा होता. हाँ? कीर्तन में टाइम पे चालू नहीं हुआ कीर्तन, थोड़ा लेट हो गया. पानी में हॉट वाटर नहीं आ रहा था. प्रभु जी क्या ये कैसा अरेंजमेंट किया है आप लोगों ने? हीटर नहीं चल रहा है. हम सब कुछ भूल जाते हैं. Whatever the amazing things that Prabhuji has done, and then we focus on something small bad thing and then magnify it. Okay? So when Prabhupada mentions is a third type of people who see both good and bad and then they give equal weightage. They see both good and bad and then give equal weightage. और ये devotees में बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. Okay? Devotees में बहुत होता है. हम देखते हैं, oh this person कितना सर्विस करते हैं ना, बहुत सर्विस करते हैं, अमेजिंग क्वालिटीज है. लेकिन चैंटिंग करते समय थोड़ा सो जाते हैं, नींद लग जाता है. We see both good and bad. नहीं यार ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए. After all devotee है. Let's not talk about it. Okay, devotees है, don't worry about it. प्रभु जी क्या कीर्तन करते हैं आप, क्या कीर्तन करते हैं आप. लेकिन लेक्चर थोड़ा बोरिंग होता है, नींद आ जाती है. So we're focusing on both good and bad. Okay. So before start of the class, Kaushal and Prabhu asked me, Prabhu, do you want to do some Jai Radha Madhav? नहीं प्रभु जी जय राधा माधव करूँगा तो सारे भाग जाएंगे यहाँ से. So everyone has those good and bad qualities. Okay. And then it is up to us which one to focus on. Now there is a fourth type of people. Okay. They see both good and bad, but consciously choose to ignore the bad and focus on good. Okay. Consciously choose to ignore bad and focus on good. जैसे मैंने बोला अभी I went to यात्रा to Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, Lord Jagannath, he always has his eyes open. He never closes his eyes. Okay? You know why? Because उनको eyelids नहीं है. Okay? Lord Jagannath को eyelids नहीं है. Okay? He always keeps his eyes open, and in Ranganath, okay, if you're from South India or if you know about Lord Ranganath, वो क्या कर रहे हैं? सो रहे. He's closed his eyes. Okay? So Lord Ranganath says, if my devotee is doing something bad, I want to ignore that. That's why he's closing his eyes. And Lord Jagannath, he says that if my devotee is doing something good, I want to see it. That's why he always keeps his eyes open. And then the fifth type of person that Prabhupada explains is that this type of person, he never sees anything bad in others. Always sees good. वो सिर्फ कृष्णा है. Okay? वो सिर्फ कृष्णा है. So at least we should get to the level 4. Okay? Where yes, we are seeing some bad, but consciously choose to ignore that and then focus on good. Okay? So that is the F in fault. F in fault. What is the next letter? Sorry, I forgot. A, yes. Okay. So the next letter is A. A stands for being aware. Okay? Being aware of what? If we focus on others' fault, then what happens? Okay? उससे होता क्या है? In Marathi there is a saying, or we say म्हण. I don't think anyone understands it. ढवळ्या शेजारी पवळा बांधला, वाण नाही पण गुण लागला. Okay? ढवळ्या शेजारी पवळा बांधला, वाण नाही पण गुण लागला. Because I'm from Maharashtra, so I know this. And ढवळा and पवळा, in this one, they are bail, okay, bullocks. Okay? ढवळा means white and pavla means black. So the saying is, if you tie the two bulls besides each other, one is white and other one is black, they may not get each other's colors, but they will get each other's qualities. Okay? And you will agree that the more time that we become the person that we spend the time with. Okay, we become the person that we spend the time with. So same way, if we are focusing, if we are contemplating, and if we are meditating and thinking about others' fault, in cases what will happen? We will develop those faults. Okay? We will develop those same faults. अरे प्रभु पता नहीं है कैसे कर रहे हैं, माता जी कैसे गार्डन बनाया आपने, ठीक नहीं बनाया. Mark my words, it will happen to you sometime or other, and I have gone through it. Okay, I have gone through it long time back when I was not initiated. Okay, then I was speaking to this person, and this devotee was initiated devotee, and he said he had minimum 16 rounds. Mataji, do you want me to go a bit forward?
That's okay.
Huh? Okay.
That's okay.
So, yes, so I was speaking to this devotee who was initiated, and he said that he had actually completed his 15 rounds chanting, and one round was left. Okay? And somehow or other he forgot. जो लास्ट का एक राउंड बचा रहता है ना, whatever number of rounds you are chanting, if you are left with one round, that is the most dangerous round, because there is a chance that you might forget, and this devotee has forgotten. And then he told me, okay, he told me that he forgot to chant that one round. And then I thought in my mind, how can this be possible? Yeah, he is an initiated devotee. How irresponsible is that? And he forgot to chant one round. And lo and behold, after a few days, I forgot to chant that round. Okay? I forgot to chant one round. The reason for that is I found that fault in that devotee and criticized that devotee in my mind. Okay? And as soon as I criticized, I developed that very same fault in me. And then I forgot to chant that one round. Okay? So we have to be very careful, be aware, okay, of what happens if we focus on others' shortcomings, faults, whatever it is. Okay? Especially more so when we are coming together in the setting like this. Appreciate each other's efforts. If we appreciate the good in others, you will develop those good qualities in you. Okay? So, and most of the times what happens is these so-called faults, they're only perception. They're only perception. This husband and wife, right? They every day they will sit down and have the breakfast together. And while having the breakfast together, the husband will always complain about the neighbors. You might know this example or story. He will always complain about the neighbors. Look at the neighbors, how dirty their linen is. Look at their curtains, how dirty they are. Every day story. And one day, what happens is, all of a sudden, the husband says, oh my God, I think the sense has prevailed in our neighbors. Look now, the linen and the curtains, they are looking clean now. And the wife tells the husband, my dear husband, The windows, the curtains, the linens, everything is the same. I just cleaned our windows. Okay? I just cleaned our windows. And that's why you're seeing with some clarity now. So Krishna has also given us these two windows. Okay? Krishna has given us these two windows. We have to think. Are these windows clean? They are tainted with some perception. Okay? Our windows, they are also tainted with our conditioning, previous behavior, previous karmas, previous activities, previous thought process. Okay? And we're seeing the world through these lenses which are already tainted. Kids, if you wear red sunglasses, how do you see everything outside?
Red.
If you wear green,
Green.
is the world red or green?
None.
None. Right? But then what happens? Because you're putting on those red glasses, you see the world around you red. If you see the green, if you put on the green glasses, you see the world around you green. Then what do you have to do? Take off those perceptions. Take off those glasses and see through some clarity. And the clarity will come to you only when we actually contemplate on some higher purpose. Life में अगर higher purpose नहीं है, okay, life becomes very dull, monotonous, unfulfilling. Okay, it becomes very unfulfilling. So it is up to us what type of glasses that we wear and see the world through. Okay? It is very important to change our perception. Very important to change our perception. Otherwise, we develop those same faults in us. You have to remind me, what's the next letter?
You.
You. You or you?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Not then? Oh, the letter U. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. How about me? How is that possible? So the letter U. Okay. So the letter U stands for uplift. Okay. It stands for uplift. Okay. So for example, you see some devotee doing some fault. If there is something wrong. Okay. Rather than contemplating on it, what we have to think is, can we uplift that devotee? Okay. And along with it, can all of us rise above together? Rise above together. Okay. Some great personality said that if you want to walk fast, go alone. But if you want to walk far, walk together. If you want to walk fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, walk together. So we have to uplift our consciousness together. Because गोलोक यहाँ से बहुत दूर है, बहुत दूर है, लंबी रेस है, okay? लंबी रेस है, हमको ये लंबी रेस का घोड़ा बनना है, right? हमको क्या लंबी रेस का घोड़ा बनना है. So for that we need each other. And when we say that we need each other, that is when we need to uplift each other. However, before we want to uplift each other, we have to think. Okay? If you see something wrong, if some devotee is doing something wrong, first you need to understand, do I have an authority to correct that devotee? That is the most important part, okay? You will always see something wrong going around in your bhakti rickshaw, in the temple, or somewhere else in your life as well. Okay? Because no one is perfect. No one is perfect. There is a tendency to commit mistakes, and we're all under illusion. We're under illusion that I am perfect. There is lots of faults in you. That is the illusion that we're always in. So first is, if you see something wrong, correct it. However, before you do that, keep in mind understand that whether you have the authority to correct it. Second part of that is, before correction, do I have right motive to correct that person? I see somebody doing something wrong. इसने मुझे 1 साल पहले कुछ बोला था, right? अभी आए हैं ना ये पहाड़ के नीचे, प्रभु जी क्या कर रहे हो ये, right? मुझे बताया था ना आपने ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए, अभी आप ऐसा कर रहे हो. So do I have the right motive? Or I'm just saying something or doing something to settle some accounts, right? इसने मुझे ऐसा बोला था, मैं अभी ऐसे ही बोलूँगा. Then the third is it the right time to correct? Is my timing, is that the right time to correct? इसने बहुत अच्छे से ड्रेसिंग की है, बहुत अच्छे से डीटी ड्रेसिंग आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, नॉट अपनी खुद की डीटी ड्रेसिंग, और स्ट्रेट में जाके बोलना है ब्रो ये क्या ड्रेसिंग किया है आपने, ये भूल गए वो भूल गए, ये अच्छा नहीं है. मैं शिला प्रभुपाद की ड्रेसिंग करना हूँ सुबह. इनिशियली जब मेरा पहला दिन था प्रभुपाद का ड्रेसिंग का, तो क्या होता है ना, आफ्टर द ड्रेसिंग द ट्रेनर और whoever has trained you, they give you the feedback, सही हुआ है गलत हुआ है, ये नहीं वो नहीं है. तो मेरा ट्रेनर था नहीं, तो कोई और प्रभु आए थे, उन्होंने मुझे बोल दिया पहली बार ड्रेसिंग किया है क्या आपने, हाँ प्रभु आज पहला ही दिन है. दिख रहा है प्रभु वो कृष्णा क्या हुआ प्रभु, धोती गलत है, ये गलत है, स्वेटर गलत पहना है प्रभु जी का. प्रभु जी I'll correct it next time. Okay, that is ingrained on my mind so much. After about 6-7 years I still remember that feedback. Okay, so is the timing right? हमारा टाइमिंग सही होना चाहिए. किसी ने प्रसाद बहुत मेहनत लगा के किया है, ठीक है, स्पेशली आवर वाइव्स, दे पुट इन लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट इन कुकिंग, और कहीं पे थोड़ा सॉल्ट कम हो जाता है, कहीं ज़्यादा हो जाता है, ठीक है. हमारा फीडबैक क्या होता है, स्पेशली अगर मुझे कुछ होता है सॉल्ट अगर ज़्यादा हो गया ना, तो मैं बोलता था सब्जी अच्छी बनी है, सब्जी थोड़ी कम पड़ी है सॉल्ट में. वाइफ का चेहरा भी ज़रा छोटा हो जाता है. What is the timing? What are the words? मतलब वो पूरा एकदम दिल को चुभ जाते हैं, right? So be aware, okay? With your feedback, are you uplifting that person? Okay? Are you uplifting that person? Just imagine, right? Especially Prabhus, I think I'm generalizing this, but a lot of Prabhus don't cook. एक बार कुक करके देखो अपनी वाइफ के लिए, और वाइफ का फीडबैक ले लो सीधा स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड, और वो अगर बोलेगी क्या है बनाया मत बनाया करो, स्ट्रेट में दिल में आएगा यार इतना मेहनत लगा के मैंने बनाया है तुम्हारे लिए, उसको मुझे क्या बनाया है, एंड देन चेंज करो. ओके, अगर हमने वाइफ को फीडबैक दिया है क्या बनाया है घर, इतने सालों से बना रही हो खाना, आप या फिर भी नहीं सीखा है, वहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगा. बट that actually comes to the last word T. I'll disclose what that T is. Okay, we're on which letter we're on? U. So uplifting. Okay, कोई भी आ रहा है हमारे perception जो बनते हैं ना, they are mostly because of others' opinions, what other is saying, and that is when Socrates, being the great philosopher that he is, he says that whoever is giving you some opinion about others, apply these 3 filtering criteria. Is it true or false? Okay, is it true or false? हमारे भारतीय लोगों में क्या होता है ना, गॉसिपिंग बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, मुझे बाकी लोगों को पता नहीं, बट भारतीय लोगों में गॉसिपिंग बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. और कोई किसी प्रभु या माता जी के बारे में कुछ बोल रहा है, सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, इज इट ट्रू और फॉल्स, स्पेशली इफ इट्स योर फ्रेंड. नहीं पता नहीं, then shut up. You fail the first criteria there. Okay. Second filtering criteria. Okay. Is it good or bad? First is true or false. Second criteria, is it good or bad? Well, it's kind of bad. Then shut up. No need to open your mouth. Okay. अगर ये भी पास हो गया, third thing, is this going to be beneficial to me or to the person that you're speaking about? No. Then why speak? Or why hear? This especially happens when 2 or 3 devotees, they come together and we start gossiping about the person who is not there, or most likely between husband and wife. पता है क्या आज टेम्पल में क्या हुआ, ये devotee ने ऐसा किया है, या फिर ये माता जी ने ऐसा किया है, राइट? अच्छा ऐसे हुआ और क्या हुआ? So gossiping between husband and wife is the worst. The reason for that is our kids are there, they are listening to us. Okay? And they continue the same thing. Why? Because for them it's normal behavior. Okay? Because parents are role model. For any child, parents are role model. Kids will do what parents are doing. Kids will do what parents are doing. Not what parents are saying. What parents are doing. Okay? So be very careful. Apply this criteria, filtering criteria before you hear. When somebody downloads their image on us, we build the same image. So why download something wrong? So be careful. The next one, next letter is L. What? What's the letter? L. L for?
Loser.
No.
No. No. No.
L for leave it to Krishna. Okay? Leave it to Krishna. क्योंकि होता क्या है? We try everything. We try to see good in others. We try to ignore bad in others. Okay? We apply all these filtering criteria. We try to uplift that person more so. Okay? जब आप खुद का भक्ति वृक्ष चालू करोगे, जैसा कि अमित प्रभु ने चालू किया, अमित प्रभु and माता जी, they have started their own भक्ति वृक्ष. Okay? This